Welcome back to Friday Nights in Carolina, the show. Go ahead and smash that like button. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. Tonight, we're joined by class of 2021. He's a preseason All-State selection, quarterback Gabe Huitt from Shelby High School. Man, welcome to the show.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Before we get into the upcoming season, we're in the middle of our annual rivalry challenge. Crest Shelby, defending champions. And, for everyone that might not know, you played for Crest. What is it that makes this rivalry so different from all the others? Describe now being on the Shelby side of it.
Man, I think a lot of it's the atmosphere. I mean, growing up near here, I grew up near Gastonia and Shelby area. And when you grow up, you know who Crest and Shelby are, and you know who they're playing and when they're playing. And it's just a fun atmosphere to be in. And honestly, being on the other side now, it's an interesting feeling, but I'm excited.
I hate the games not taking place this spring, but
I know
that would have been something else. Last season you played big time 5A football down in Nation Ford in South Carolina, put up great numbers. How'd that competition, prepare you for this upcoming season?
Man, just reading different coverages would be my biggest takeaway from 5A football is just how they would hide coverages, and just reading different coverages is probably my biggest takeaway from them.
Watching the film, that we watched on you from last season, kind of doing the preseason, all-state selections, you were making throws I couldn't believe. It's truly one of those places where you're like, man, how did he complete that? It's just really impressive. What would you say your biggest strength is currently? What have you worked on this offseason to take your game to the next level?
I think my biggest strength going into it right now is having a lot of chemistry with the people that I'm playing with, honestly. I've got great talent around me, and as long as I'm getting them the ball, I'm going to be having good stats, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, we've been working really hard this offseason, and I think as long as we can keep that gel together, we're going to be playing real good come spring.
Man, March 26th, the game against Kings Mountain. We're really looking forward to that one. I'm going to go ahead and just break a little bit of scheduling news. We're going to be at it. We're going to be there broadcasting it. The whole hype's going to be there. What do you have to say about that game? And are there any other games that kind of stick out right now that you have circled as like, man, I'm looking forward to that one?
I'd agree. I think Kings Mountain's one that I'm really looking forward to. That's a game where I'm going to be able to prove myself, and I know my teammates are looking forward to proving themselves too. But I think it'll be a great game. I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be awesome, and the fact that it's going to be at Shelby too, it should make it even sweeter. 2 straight state championships for Shelby, 6 out of the last 7, if I'm not mistaken. That's unheard of. The Golden Lions are in the middle of a dynasty that we've never seen in our lifetime for sure. And, I'm not sure about older North Carolina history, but it's still unheard of. What was it like coming in, joining a program like that? And what's it going to take to get that 3rd state championship in a row?
Coming into it, you can definitely see why they have that dynasty. I mean, you've got every single position has a great coach, great people, great men who are surrounding themselves with other great men. And the players see that, and they push forward a lot more than any other team that I've ever seen. I mean, these kids have been around each other for a long time, and I think that really helps them push in the playoffs when things get tough. But I think as long as we can stay healthy and, keep that chemistry and keep that gel, we'll do well in the playoffs.
What are the expectations like at Shelby versus maybe, Crest or Nation Ford? It truly seems like it is a state championship or bust type atmosphere over there.
Oh, it is. Most definitely at Shelby you either win the state championship or it was a bad year.
Yeah.
But at Nation Ford, and Crest, it was both we want to win the state championship, and that's the goal for the season. But I think what really sets Shelby apart is the history of winning state championships. I mean, Crest 2, Nation Ford, I don't think had one at the time, but they're looking good. But Crest and Shelby, those 2 have been to state championships. But Shelby, man, it is you win state championships or it's a bad year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's truly like nothing.
It's impressive.
It is. It is. Who are some of the younger guys on the team, or the guys maybe moving into larger roles that we should keep an eye on that maybe we don't know about yet?
Man, there were so many young kids playing at Shelby in the past few years that have been stepping into those roles. So it's hard to say who's going to and I don't want to show our hand yet, but
I get it.
But I think you're going to see a couple kids, offense and defense especially, that are going to really step up in those secondary roles, and maybe even a couple wide receiver positions.
Final question, man, and we're going to let you go. I got to know some of your personal goals, and I can already say I'm sure the team goals state championship.
Yes, sir. I'd have to say my personal goal would be getting 5+ touchdowns with each of my receivers in these 7 games in the regular season. Playoffs, we'll see what happens, but regular season, I'd like to get at least 5+ touchdowns with each of my receivers. I really like to spread that ball around and get it to everybody that I can.
Well, I'm sure they like that too. It puts up not only big stats for you, but big stats for them as well. Well, guys, once again, this is preseason all-state selection quarterback Gabe Huitt for Shelby High School. Gabe, thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight, man.
No problem. I appreciate it.
Right.